Hola, hola, this is Armel from TWIG Talks. Today we have someone I like very much, Roxana, creator of the Roxy Bangura Chronicles. So, what brought you to Guadalajara? Who is Roxana and what made you create your Chronicles?
Okay. What brought me to Guadalajara? We visited my daughter and I back in 2018. We were local here, and we had such a good time. We were attracted to the place because we thought it was very multicultural. We thought it was very diverse. We weren't getting as many stares as we, we used to get in Veracruz, and it felt very cosmopolitan. It had a good energy, it had good vibes, and we loved what we perceived to be the diversity of the place. We loved how large it was, how bustling it was, and just the many things that were going on at the same time. It was like a sensory overload for us coming from where we were living in small town Veracruz.
So, my spouse is from Veracruz, and yes, I can testify.
Jarocha.
I can testify that it is very different from Guadalajara. Both have different beauties. So, you took a very special journey, Roxana, when you came to Veracruz in 2017. Tell us what brought you here, what was the inspiration, and what have you trained to accomplish since?
Wow, those are great questions. Well, me wanting to live abroad has been a teenage dream since I was 14. I let everyone know. I made the decision to live outside the United States since I was 14 years old. And I did that a little bit after college. I spent time in Europe and I spent some time in West Africa. And I think my mistake was coming back to the United States, but I wouldn't have had my daughter if I didn't. So, full circle, I knew even before I became a mom, I needed for my daughter to be, or my child, because I didn't know what I was having, but I knew from many years ago that I needed to have a child that was multilingual.
And you are
Mhm.
a beautiful example of a foreigner who truly embraced Mexico
Yeah.
and speak Spanish like a Mexican.
Yes, I speak Spanish. My daughter does as well. That's a part of my immersive immigrant moniker. She attended an all-day Mexican school, so that means that she wasn't in a foreign school or a bilingual school, and that's how she learned the language. And that was a part of the reason why I moved here. I needed my daughter to be immersed in the culture
Mhm.
for her to understand the language fluently. I understood that if she was well versed in Spanish, fluent in Spanish, that would be a great success for her in the US and anywhere.
Wonderful. So the Bangura Chronicles, you were helped by your skills in journalism and working for media. What have you been trying to do with your chronicles?
With my chronicles, I wanted to create a space where I wanted it to be a journal of our journey living in Mexico. I wanted to share what was happening in Mexico. I think a lot of people are very ignorant and have these stereotypes and perceptions. So I wanted to people to understand coming from just an ordinary mom with her daughter who wanted more. And I wanted to share this experience and I wanted it to resonate with other women, particularly Black women, Black mothers, single Black mothers, all of these things that are part of my identity to know that I've done it and you can do it too. And as a result of that, several people would reach out to me over the years. I would have to like interview with them and they asked questions about, life here because of the chronicles.
So you move here with your daughter, you really immerse yourself in life in Veracruz first. And how do you continue to make a living? You help businesses, I believe.
Yes, I'm an operations and communications specialist. And as a result of that, I help small businesses with their internal operations and external. So anything front facing and back end. And I have, my
Give me
latest
an
client.
example.
An example, well, my latest client has a construction business. So I do everything from managing the customer database, front facing with the customers, as well as our external internal vendors, as well as managing general administrative tasks, finances. And then because of my journalism background, I also handle the social media. So we have a one voice
You're a full
online
house for a
presence.
small
Yes,
business.
yes. So these are the things that I do. And that's the Bangura Strategic Solutions.
That's
And that's
superb.
what I
And that's wonderful. You can do that from here. Now, you chose three wonderful questions. Are you ready to dive into them?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. What made you fall in love with Guadalajara and move here from Veracruz?
The diversity, the multiculturalness, and how cosmopolitan it was, the weather, how lovely it was. We made this decision back in 2018 to move here. It didn't happen until many years later, but it was always in the back of my mind. I wanted to live on the West Coast. I wanted to live in a more cosmopolitan city. I wanted to live in a place that had more diversity, that was more international, more multicultural. And Guadalajara spoke to all of those things.
It's a fascinating city for that. Me, European born, American, spending my whole adult life in the United States, I feel like it's the combination of Europe, the United States, and the traditional Mexico. I love it here.
Yes, yes, I would agree with that.
So, question number 2, what is your go to perfect place in Guadalajara where you find your soul and you go often?
I think it's in the El Centro. I love the
Center Historic?
Yes, Central Historic. I love the Rotunda. The Rotunda,
Los Ilustres, Rotunda?
yes, the Rotunda. It has a lot of history there. There are people, not the most prominent historic people that makes the city what it is, that helped to shape the city what it is today. I love reading about them. I love history and I love learning. I want to be an
So
immersive immigrant.
there is something special that you actually taught me.
Mhm.
If you go at Los Ilustres Rotunda, first you can look at it from the same level, or you can go to the bar, the cafe with the view on it. It's called also Los Ilustres. It's mostly male. We don't have a lot of woman statue, but one is very important. She's the creator of one of your favorite songs. She composed it in 1940, and her name is Consuelo Velasquez.
See,
And you
Consuelo
can see her
Velasquez.
statue at
Yes.
Los Ilustres.
Yeah, that's a beautiful song. It's timeless. It's classic. There's many iterations and versions of it, but the original is desde aquí, Jalisco. It's from Jalisco.
And thank you for teaching me that.
Mhm.
There's a monument you like in the Central Historical. I know that I love the Governor Palace.
That's one of my favorite places as well. As you know, the murals, it's beautiful. You get to
It's
see
a free
beautiful
museum
art.
in a Governor Palace.
Yes, you can see where the seat of government is, where the governor makes laws, and also in the square, it's the place where enslavement stopped. So that's a very important place, being an African person. So all of these things make up what makes the culture of Guadalajara.
You see, you're teaching me a lot of things today. I love that. Finally, what is the biggest misconception people have on Guadalajara?
You know, living in Veracruz 7 years, and when I told my community, "Hey, I'm moving," people weren't supportive. They were scared of Guadalajara. Now, I moved from a small magic town, and they said negative things about the crime. Crime is everywhere, and I don't feel as though it's impactful here in terms of my daily life.
Feel the same way.
Yes. I literally am out 4 or 5 in the morning. That's when I walk my dog. That's when I'm exercising. It's dark outside. I'm a woman. I'm by myself. And I feel very comfortable walking around my neighborhood for at least maybe 2 or 3 kilometers. And walking my dog, going to the gym. So this was a misconception, and it was a stereotype and just a bad way of thinking about Guadalajara.
I cannot agree more. Compared to many megapolis in the world, Paris, London, New York, I find myself a lot safer here.
Absolutely.
Now, unfortunately, we have reached our time, but what else would you like to share just before saying goodbye?
I would tell you to be an immersive immigrant. I share this on my TikTok, the Bangura Chronicles on TikTok. Be immersive. We have a networking group, a co-working group that is comprised of people who are local to Mexico, as well as from different parts of the world, where we meet once a week. We network, we fellowship. So be immersive. Learn
Is that the
language.
Friday one?
Yes, FCC GDL Fridays Co-working Collective. So this is a really great space to fellowship, to network, to learn, and that's a way of also supporting local cafes.
Because you change cafe every Friday.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, we do.
I have to come one of these
Yes, you have to
Fridays.
come. It's a great place to break bread, to learn, and to get work done, to be productive. And that's again a part of the immersive immigrant experience.
Well, thank you so much, Roxana.
Thank you.
This is your home. You can come back anytime.
Right.
For everybody else, please stay tuned. We are moving to segment number 2, which is the 5 things not to miss this week in Guadalajara. Thank you. 5 top events we recommend this week are Shakira in concert. Shakira was here less than a year ago. She had such an amazing time in Guadalajara, but she's back for 2 nights, Saturday and Sunday. You don't want to miss her. Number 2, for the very festive months of the independence of Mexico, you can see the decor in Casa TWIG. 80 folklorist artists are going on the stage of Conjunto Santander for dance ballet representing the pride of Jalisco. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be there for 3 Sundays in a row in September. Number 3, famous mixologist festival Alchimia is back the whole weekend at Salon Bellaterra. You don't want to miss it. Number 4, a very unique tianguis, only once a year, the tianguis d'Azente. They are here to prepare you for the very famous La Romeria in October. La Romeria is this event that occurs where they move the Virgin of Zapopan from the Guadalajara Cathedral to the Basilica of Zapopan. It takes almost a full day. People dance in the street, sing. You can go to these tianguis to get all your costume, all your accessories. So it's a very unique tianguis you have to see at least once in your life. Do not miss it in Central Zapopan station. Finally, this is the yearly day of torta ayugada, our specialty from Jalisco. So you don't want to miss it. It's on Sunday in Centro Historico on Paseo Alcalde. It starts at 9:30 a.m. And you're going to be able to eat so much torta ayugada with other foodies. So don't miss it. It's free and it's unique. Okay, that's it for this week. We just launched a new issue, 27 hacks to travel and save big on your lodging and your transportation and be treated like a VIP for the same price. You don't want to miss it. You want to read it from the beginning to the end and really learn to become a super pro traveler. We are very proud of this issue. We will see you next week for another episode of TWIG Talks. Bye bye. Have a great week.